So what plan do they devise?
Think, Irner, think. There's still time, but
There is less now than there was before.
I have devised 100 plans, each of them less likely to succeed than the previous one. But that does not mean escape is impossible. Never think that. I do not want to worry you, but you should know. Silmatar is no more. The House of Lamentation claims another of our friends. No, we should not weep for him. Let his fate inspire us to escape, and we can mourn him when we are both free of the Black Land. Not just he, but Silvatar and Calator both. Think. Think.
But the grinding wheels showed no mercy. Time moved onward. Time moved onward. What do you say?
I am beginning to worry, my friend. There must be some means of escape, some way to free you from the Nazgul's grasp. I've searched this tower high and low and delved into every corner of the Vale, but there's nothing.
What is that?
What did you say? You thought of something? At last, Erner, speak! Tell me what you've devised, and I'll carry it out. What? The Fargathol? Why do you speak of that name here in the darkness of Mordor? That is no use to us right now, friend. We must think of only of escape.
For all the time I have known you, Voin, you have dreamt of finding your lost city. I do not want you to waste your years here in this tower seeking to prevent something that I know to be unpreventable. Yes, I know my doom. Here in the heart of his power, I cannot hope to resist the Lord of the Nazgul for much longer. He knows this. But he seeks not only a thrall, he wants something else. He wants to destroy my spirit. The fire inside me that so infuriates him. He wants me to despair, to fall upon my own sword, to say with word and deed, "You have the victory and I'm bested." You are right, Voin. That would be no escape, and would bind me to his will. Know you of Egomoth? He was the lord of this city when it fell, but he did not wait in the tower for the Nazgul to slay him. He rode out defying the armies of Orc and Wraith, and thought he came in the end, though he came in the end to death. I think his onslaught will be long remembered. I cannot do as he did, and I cannot keep the Lord of the Nazgul from dominating my mind. But I can hinder his scheme he has devised for me, and cheat him of the total victory he seeks. None will know of this save you, Voin. My own onslaught will not become song or tale or legend, but it will be the deed of Erner, who resisted evil to the last. Oh, so only now is this coming out to light. I cannot leave the tower without alerting the Lord of the Nazgul. But the same cannot be said for Orthadel. I would send this sword away, as far away as can be managed. Let this be my last act of defiance.
Yes, yes, but how can it be done?
Orlang and Macunis live still within the dungeons. Give one of them the sword and a path to escape.
I will.
Ovoin,
Yes, what is it?
without a distraction, no one will be able to leave Imlad Morgul.
I understand, Erner. I understand.
And now, deeper into memories. Deeper, deeper, and deeper. There must be further hidden runes elsewhere. There must be. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Ah, here we are. Yes, here are more runes. And what do they say? Every took I took into those dungeons was the heaviest in my life. Oralang. Void! What news of Erner? Tell me he still resists the torments of the Nazgul? What? Escape? What's changed? I will not leave without Erner. You say he is already fled? Happy news! If you will open my cell, I will follow him to freedom. Dear, sweet Voin! What of Maciunis? You go to free her now, yes? Oh, then I'll be away, and let us meet again when we are safely outside the Black Land. Farewell, Voin, bearer of happy tidings and welcome escape. Farewell, my friend. Good luck to you. Farewell. Goodbye, Orlang. I am sorry. Guard!
What do you want, dwarf?
A prisoner is escaping. Eastward he went, towards the bounds.
Alert him, boys! After him!
This is hard reading. Only one of Erner's knights could escape, but even that would require the Guardians of the Veil to be occupied with some distracting mission. Something was needed to draw their attention away from the bearer of the sword. I knew Maciunis was more fleet of foot than Orlang, and would have the greatest chance of escaping the valley. So I gave to her the sword Orthadel and set her free. Only after she was fled did I go to release Orlang, but there was little time to waste. I sent the tower's guardians after him almost immediately, and he led them on a desperate chase away from Maciunis. Alas, my friend, I had no choice. Anyone could see that. The sword, at least, never came back to Imlad Morgul. It was not so with poor Orlang. Poor Orlang. And so ends the hidden runes Voin left within the Black Book of Mordor Pineleaf. If the knight Maciunis escaped Imlad Morgul and came to free lands again, Voin does not tell. And yet, I think we have learned enough from the Black Book for me to suggest some possibilities. I believe McCunis escaped the bounds of Mordor, still in possession of Orthodel, the rising star, but not without injury. For how long did she journey, and to where did she go? We cannot know for certain, but it seems she did not make for Minas Tirith, or word of her would appear once again, and it does not. I think she turned northward in an attempt to put as much distance between herself and the Witch King as she was able. Did she survive the journey and live out her days in peace? Did she succumb to the wounds freshly inflicted during her escape, or those she endured during the years of her torment in the dungeons? Was she recaptured by hunting parties sent by the Witch King? Voin never learned which of these came to pass, and I cannot say. But of this is quite certain. Whatever may have been the fate of this Knight of Gondor, the blade she carried out of Morgul Vale survived. Orthodel was of elf make, wielded first by Moguldir the elf during the siege of Barad-dûr, and later by King Eärnur of Gondor. But in time its history was forgotten, and its name was lost. It became just a sword handed down from bearer to bearer for many years. Somehow it found its way into the hands of a Dunedain, and became an heirloom of his house. That is how it came to the Ranger Gullidir Pineleaf. Yes, though it endured much over the years, I think the sword that would be remade into the forges of Rivendell and renamed Dunedain was once known as Orthodel, and so the rising star became the Avenger of the West. And that's why it could hurt Mordorith. Whew. But of course, how accurate are those guesses? An interesting story. Someday we might even find out if some part of it is true.
Much that was obscured from us now seems clear.
When the sword Dunedain pierced Mordred's form in the throne room of Carn-dûm, the purpose of the Witch King was fulfilled 1,000 years later, but not in the manner of which he had planned. Bonds were made that day, and months later, on the Pelennor fields before Minas Tirith, they would be broken. He would not remember it, but 1,000 years later, Eärnur's final act of resistance freed him from the domination of Mordor. That is enough for now, my friend. I close the book. We have come to the end of the moon writing, but the discovery has stirred in me the certainty that I missed something in my earlier perusal of this tome. I do not know what it may have been, but I can sense its presence still. Mysteries upon mysteries! Perhaps I will return to this matter when I have satisfied our other charge. Yes, I fear we have spent too many hours in study, and neglected our own tasks. You mean bringing the bones to Rivendell?
Have you forgotten why I came this way?
I think it had something to do with the bones in Rivendell. Yes, I am here in the Vales of Anduin as escort of the wagon bearing Isildur's bones northward. Yes, the son of Elendil will at last complete the journey he began at the start of the age, and by so doing see the fulfillment of his oath. I left the wagon to partake of Grimbeorn's hospitality, for his dogs serve a merry feast, but it is past time for this wizard to return to service, and you should come with me. Are you not tied up in all this business as well? Oh, don't give me that look. I had very little to do with getting you involved, if you remember. I dare say I could not have stopped you had I had a mind to try. I will see you alongside the wagon. The driver should have reached Lairland by now. Look for him along the road beside the Gladden Fields. All right, fine. I'll look for the driver. Of course it's raining. What could make it worse?
I sense the presence of evil.
Well, now I was not seriously hoping for a response like that. Yes, I am beyond harm, but have I not suffered harm enough in these lands? But I would have no further injury come to my remains. Whatever evil works here, be gone! Take thee from these lands and leave us be. What do you say about that, Gandalf?
There is a dreadful presence here, but I cannot see the source of it.
Yes, I advise you to stand by the wagon and look for the source of this dread. It may be nothing, but it also may not. Well, I have a feeling it's not going to be nothing. I doubt that either the tree nor the deer is the source of the dread, so let's look for something. Oh! Vagari the Wanderer has come. What's going on, Vagari?
I remember now. It was lost to me, but now it has returned.
Yes, I know. Son of no blood. Son of no blood. I remember now. It was lost to me, but now it's returned. I know what I saw. I know what I did. I want to confess to you what I saw and what I did. I want one among the living to know of my misdeeds. And then there's something that I must do. Will you heed me? I suspect there isn't much choice in that matter. Well, what did he do?
Do not forget this is a creature of evil. But I think we should heed it.
Yes. You do think we should heed it, say. All right, I'll listen to it then.
Let us hear what Vagari has to say.
I'm sure it'll be nice, fun, and pleasant. And we'll hear what he has to say when we return for the next episode of Pine Leaf, A Tale of Two Pine Leaves.